Lawrenceville, more recently at SIU. Your brother Jay, as I understand it, you spend quite a bit of time working with him, do you not? This young sophomore backcourt player of Lawrenceville?
Yeah, Mr. Scott, we spent a lot of time this summer, especially the last couple of years, working really on fundamentals and just trying to get him orientated to the rough type of ball which he's going to face. And so far, looks like it's turned out for the better.
How about your thoughts on yesterday's game?
It was an unbelievable game, exciting. It was a cardiac game. I'd say I couldn't hardly take it. The fans were just great. They didn't give up, and they let the players know the same type of feeling, and they didn't give up.
Okay, Danny. Now here on my left.
We're here, Ed McCauley, Ray Scott alongside. We'll see if we can duplicate yesterday afternoon's feats. Gentlemen, double overtime and single overtime to start the day. You ready for that?
I don't know if we could take it. I don't know if the audience could take it again.
Rick Leasty stepping in to jump against Bob Kloss, Chicago Christian. Chicago Christian in the dark uniforms. Kloss, 6'8", biggest man in the tournament. Tip goes to Leasty, taken by Jay Scheidler of Lawrenceville. The Indians move it down. Bill Hydrater. Tim Wolf is the man from outside. Lawrenceville breaks on top. Full court presses on from Lawrenceville all over. Timeout. We'll be back in a moment. Timeout, first quarter. With the score, Lawrenceville 2. I'm going to say, just time. Way back under the bucket, gets a freebie out of it, doesn't come up with it. A whistle on the play, and a foul is called on Chicago Christian. Jeff Taylor picked up the personal foul. That is his first, number 1 on Chicago Christian.
Bob, you're going to see two contrasts today. Christian in his own defense, which could mean that Jay Scheidler, Leasty, good outside shooters. Tim Wolf would have more shooting room than they had in the game yesterday.
Leasty's the man who missed the previous shot. This is Taylor with the ball. Jump shot. Put up by Jack Muda. And Bob Kloss tries to go back up with one. A whistle on the play, and the foul is on Jay Scheidler underneath the bucket. Scheidler picks up his first personal foul, and number 1 on Lawrenceville.
Lawrenceville has one problem. Rick Leasty is covering Bob Kloss. Kloss is 6'8". Kloss is not covering him because they're in his zone, so you could have the possibility of foul trouble here.
On the inbounds play, as Tim Wolf apparently tried to prevent a man from breaking underneath, he picks up the personal foul. Number 1 on Wolf, number 2 on Lawrenceville. And Chicago Christian will try for that same inbounds play. The lob into Kloss. Rebound is out to Scheidler. Jay Scheidler, the sophomore. Over in center for Wolf on the interception, picked up by Nick Ahrens. Ahrens holds in backcourt, one-on-one with Billy Hydrater. Stolen pass. Good steal by Stan Dickerson. Hydrater. Into Dickerson, back to Scheidler, pops it over that zone, and that's Rick Leasty with a rebound and the follow, blocked away. Jeff Taylor made the block, came off with the ball. 2-0, Lawrenceville out in front. First period, semifinal action here in Champaign. With the ball, Chicago Christian's Bob Kloss for 2. Ties it at 2.
And I think Bob Starr, they'll probably try to go to Kloss for 2 reasons. One, he has Rick Leasty covering him, and secondly, he has a 5-inch height advantage.
Hydrater, Jay Scheidler. That's Rick Leasty into the corner. Had 32 points yesterday in his team's double overtime victory. Bill Hydrater to Scheidler. The sophomore shooter hits it. 4-2, Lawrenceville.
And I'm sure that's what Christian did not want to see. They didn't want to see him hit his first one.
Chicago Christian driving down the pipe and coming in hard with Mark Hiskus. A whistle on the play, and the foul is on Jay Scheidler, and that is 2 on the young sophomore, and number 3 on Lawrenceville as a team here in the first half. And we're going to see Bob Howard. Number 20 comes in. He replaces Jack Muda, 6'5" senior. Howard is the trigger man. Under for the shot was Nick Ahrens. Got it back. Draws no iron, and Jay Scheidler is the rebound man. Off to Bill Hydrater. Tipped up, intended for Stan Dickerson. And they say it went off Dickerson at the end line. The Chicago Christians ball. Lawrenceville stays in that full court press. Nick Ahrens in the backcourt on Billy Hydrater. 1-on-1. 4-2, Lawrenceville by 2.
And this basically is just a straight man-to-man press. They switched out of it to a zone, but right now they're covering their own men.
Rebound tipped around and finally taken over by Billy Hydrater. Hydrater, as you saw in the highlights, had a key bucket in yesterday's victory. Scheidler again. Rebound, Rick Leasty, whistle on the play. And the foul is called on Mark Hiskus of Chicago Christian. Give 2 to Rick Leasty. And personal foul, number 2 on Chicago Christian as a team. 3-point play opportunity here for Rick Leasty. Mentioned again, 32 points yesterday.
Bob, Chicago Christian in the past, or at least when we saw them yesterday, is more of a deliberate type team. They like to get the ball inside. They're playing a zone defense. And I think the aggressiveness of Lawrenceville, which is, boy, they've been putting a lot of pressure, offense and defensively thus far, has unsettled Christian a little bit.
Howard has it stolen by Scheidler, who flips it. But he was called on a personal foul, or was he called on a travel violation? The foul is on Bob Howard of Chicago Christian. His first personal foul, number 3 on Chicago Christian as a team. That's Ron Felling, you see, pointing out directions to his team. Lawrenceville coach Ron Felling. Hydrater to Tim Wolf. And a whistle on the play early, and Bob Howard picks up another personal foul, his second, and number 4 on Chicago Christian. Hydrater triggers into Jay Scheidler. This is an upperclassman team for Lawrenceville, except for Scheidler. Hydrater off. Leasty with the follow. It is good, and a whistle on the play, and a foul on Jeff Taylor of Chicago Christian, his second. Number 5 on Chicago Christian. Rick Leasty has 5 points. Our tournament coverage will continue from schools who will participate in the first Illinois High School Association football playoffs. Along with at-large entrance champions from nearly 70 football conferences, will begin the 5-class playoffs following the 9th week of the regular season. State championship games in all 5 classes will be played November 22nd and 23rd in Hancock Stadium on the campus of Illinois State University in Normal. Rick Leasty, with the chance at another 3-point play, converts it, has 6 points. 10-2, Lawrenceville up. Chicago Christian 1 out of 8 from the field. Lawrenceville 4 out of 8. In the backcourt, Mark Hiskus works 1-on-1 with Tim Wolf of Lawrenceville. 4:20 to play in the first period. Bob Howard back to Hiskus. Looked at the bucket, didn't do anything with it. This is Howard. Rebound to Rick Leasty of Lawrenceville. Off to Billy Hydrater. Howard, the defensive man. And the 2-1-2 zone put up by Chicago Christian. Into Dickerson to Scheidler from 15. Whistle underneath the bucket. Foul is called. Chicago Christian's Mark Hiskus picks up his second personal foul, and already Lawrenceville is in the 1-and-bonus situation.
Yes, Bob, and that could be very important. They've got some fouls to not waste, but at least they can commit some fouls before Christian goes into the bonus situation. They're playing this offense against the zone very, very well. They're going in tight. They brought the ball into the pivot, right back out to Scheidler. And if you can start a zone moving in and out, now you can go around the outside, not much happens, but you get it inside, and all of a sudden you can crack that zone.
Leasty misses on the 1-and-bonus, got the first one, missed the second. Bob Kloss with the rebound, and Mark Hiskus up court for Chicago Christian. First semifinal action here this afternoon. Illinois State Class A High School Basketball Championship. Nick Ahrens. Tim Wolf, the man who went down. Mark Hiskus working. Jeff Taylor. Back out to Bob Howard. They haven't gone to Bob Kloss much underneath. Tried that time. Tipped away by Leasty. Went out of bounds with it. It'll be Chicago Christian's ball to inbound.
Well, Rick Leasty, you know, who checks in at about 6'3", playing a man 6'8", in the past he has been able to do a great job against some of the taller opponents. He gets out in front, as you can see him there now, try to keep the ball from coming in.
Howard off to Nick Ahrens. Klaus in the lane, and a 3-second violation.
Credit that to Ron Felling. Ronnie was up yelling.
Just now taking his coat off now. Bill Hydrater for Lawrenceville. 7 points already for Rick Leasty in the ball game. He's the man with the ball there to Hydrater. Dickerson working underneath, tips it back out to Scheidler. Made a good save because they forced it into somewhere they shouldn't have gone. There's Leasty again. Leasty has 9. Lawrenceville 13. Chicago Christian 2.
You know, if Chicago Christian has some set patterns, it might be a good idea to go to them here. They just need a bucket. They need a free throw, something to break the momentum.
Klaus way out at the top of the key, working their offensive way out away from the bucket. Klaus now moves down the left side of the lane. Howard puts it up. Rebound try by Jeff Taylor is good. So they get their 2-pointer out of it. 13-4, Lawrenceville. A whistle and traveling is called on Hydrater. He got the pass away to Jay Scheidler. 2 minutes, 21 seconds to play in this first period.
And that last basket was just the kind that Lawrenceville didn't want Christian to get. You know, an easy one they didn't have to work for.
Mark Hiskis, the man in control, on Tim Wolf, and he palmed the basketball. Working the ball game, this first one, Stan Decker of Bloomington and Tom England of Springfield, our 2 officials in this semifinal action here this afternoon. Hydrater underneath the Wolf. Hits the side of the backboard and pulled down without too much effort by Nick Ahrens of Chicago Christian. They're down by 9, 13-4. Lawrenceville, a whistle on the play, and the foul goes against Billy Hydrater. Hydrater picks up his first personal foul of the afternoon, and number 4 in this half on Lawrenceville. Trigger man for the out-of-bounds play from the side will be Mark Hiskis.
Now, Bob, both teams are in the penalty situation.
Nick Ahrens handles.
Watch this defense, how they try to stay out in front. If it goes to the left, they're trying out in front of the left. And an offensive foul.
Offensive foul is on Bob Klaus as he backed in to Rick Leasty. Personal foul number 1 on Klaus. And, of course, it cost him a 2-pointer. See Bill Hydrater and Jay Scheidler bringing it down. Hydrater, 5'9", senior guard. Dickerson, a senior. Wolf, a senior. Leasty, a senior. And Scheidler, the sophomore. Another whistle and a 3-second violation against Lawrenceville. Turnover gives the ball to Chicago Christian. Score remains at 13-4. 1:37 to play in the first quarter. To Howard, tipped away by Scheidler.
And that's a dangerous play for Scheidler. He has 2 fouls already. I don't think I'd be gambling that way with the possibility of picking up the third.
Into Bob Howard. Hiskis up to Nick Ahrens. Ahrens lobs high for Klaus. Got it. Off to Hiskis. And good. Hiskis for 2. Makes it 13-6. Lawrenceville's gone a few seconds now without putting anything in the hole. They were up 13-2. It's 13-6 now. Dickerson to the outside. And Leasty with a 25-footer. Well, according to my statistics, that's 11 points for Rick Leasty already in this first period. Down to 1 minute mark to go in the first quarter. Hydrater. The pass goes up. Hiskis tries to go underneath with a whistle on the play, and Rick Leasty picks up his first personal foul of the afternoon. That is number 1 on Leasty, and number 5 on Lawrenceville. 1 in bonus situation. Mark Hiskis, 2 points to his credit. A year ago at this time, in the first game of the semifinals, it was Ridgeway over St. Anne, 73-51. 15-6 Lawrenceville. Hiskis couldn't find the range. Dickerson with a rebound off to Scheidler. Hydrater. Back to Leasty. And again, Rick Leasty with 13 points, and we're not out of the first period yet. Nick Ahrens in backcourt.
And you love to see that. He's got a hot hand, and he's putting it up there, and they're going to him, and that's very intelligent.
Aarons to Klaas. Bob Klaas picks up his 4th point of the afternoon. 17-8. Lawrenceville out in front over Chicago Christian. Bill Hydrater. Jay Scheidler. To Hydrater. They want that one shot. Dickerson back out to Hydrater. Dickerson has a very sound philosophy about his role with this Lawrenceville team. This is Leasty. Bob Klaas for the rebound, and that's the end of the first quarter. Just before the quarter ran out, that Stan Dickerson's simple philosophy of his role on the Lawrenceville team was the coach says, I'm to get as many rebounds as possible and pick up the garbage baskets.
And he's done a good job here in the tournament. Strong, he takes up space, takes a lot of the physical pressure off of Rick Leasty.
Leasty and Klaas, midcourt set to jump. Tip goes over to Dickerson, out to Jay Scheidler. Pretty good move by Scheidler. Couldn't go all the way. Dickerson to Hydrater. Wolf. Looks like Chicago Christian becoming a little bit more tenacious now. Staying in the zone, but a little bit more tenacious. Hydrater. Leasty. And 15 points for Rick Leasty in this first half. He is 6 out of 9. This is Mark Hiskus for Chicago Christian. 19-8, Lawrenceville. Bob Howarda. Fought forward, take it out. Nick Aarons goes back with it and got it. Nick Aarons picks up his first 2 of the afternoon. 19-10, Lawrenceville up by 9. Hydrater takes time to kick a lemon drop off the floor.
You know, as they say, he does everything, including sweep the floors, and he just did it.
Hydrater tipped away, but it'll be saved by Rick Leasty. Scheidler and Tim Wolf. Rebound to Bob Klaas.
The Christian defense is more aggressive, and they are forcing Lawrenceville to shoot a little quicker now. It's having an effect.
Nick Aarons, intended for Klaas, tipped away by Leasty. It's going to bounce right to us and away. And Leasty picks up the personal foul, his second personal foul of the afternoon. 19-10 the count. Lawrenceville up by 9. There's a good shot of Ron Felling.
He gets totally involved in the game. I sit here and I watch him. Each time Lawrenceville comes down the floor, he's yelling, telling them what to do. Now, you know, with all due respect to Ron, they really can't hear him. But Ron is out there every play. You go here, you go there. Just does a super job.
Mark Hiskus trying for the free throw, the one in bonus. And Lawrenceville, someone who was in the lane too soon, he'll get another chance at it. You mentioned yesterday in their game, though, that Chicago Christian, not a particularly good free throw shooting team, Ed McCauley.
No,
Nick Aarons hit some pressure ones there at the end.
Free throw percentage as a team is only 58%.
Mark Hiskus converts this time as he got another chance. Bonus shot coming. Into the ball game now for Chicago Christian is Doug Venus. Doug Venus.
Good shooter. Yesterday he came in and hit 3 in a row.
He replaces Bob Howarda. Bonus shot here now for Mark Hiskus. Has 3 points on the afternoon. 19-11 Lawrenceville. Got it. 4 points for Mark Hiskus. Chicago Christian down by 7 now. We're in the second quarter of play. 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Dickerson to Scheidler. Rebound to Bob Klaas. Foul on Rick Leasty. His third personal foul. Got him on the back trying to reach over. And he's giving up 5 inches as he works against Klaas.
Well, now we got a situation which may cause bad problems for Lawrenceville. You see, the problem is Ron Felling out there talking to Jay Scheidler, talking to him about the shot that he took. He'd like to work around a little bit more, probably. But the problem you have is Rick Leasty is covering Bob Klaas. Klaas 6'8", Leasty 6'3", and you can see you got problems. And if Christian goes inside to Klaas, the chance of Leasty committing that next foul are very good.
Klaas has 5 points on the afternoon with that free throw. Chicago Christian down by only 6 points.
Now, I'll tell you what it does, Bob. It takes, you know, some of the normal operation away from Leasty, things that he would normally move toward. He's a little reluctant.
Bill Hydrater down court for Lawrenceville now. Rick Leasty with 3 personal fouls on him. He's the man with the basketball. Rebound underneath. Stan Dickerson goes back with it. Whistle on the play. Does the basket count? They give it to Stan Dickerson. Personal foul on Bob Klaus, and now he has 2 personal fouls on him. First 2 by Dickerson, has a 3-point play, gives him 3 points on the afternoon. 22-14, 8-point edge for Lawrenceville. The press on. Into Doug Beans, whistle. Did he get it in bounds in time, or was there a foul on the play? Didn't get it in bounds in time.
And I'll give Ron Felling credit, the coach of Lawrenceville. He's still got the press on. I thought he might be a little bit more conservative, possibly go into his zone with Leasty having 3 fouls.
Tipped away and taken out by Doug Benis. They missed out on the inbounds play. Nick Ahrens will bring it up for Chicago Christian. 6:05 to go in the first half. 22-14 Lawrenceville. Ahrens looks underneath. Lobs high, dangerous pass, intercepted, intended for Mark Hiskus, and Hiskus, in his efforts to get to the ball, commits a personal foul, his 3rd of the afternoon. Coming off the bench is Jim DeBrine. Jim DeBrine of Chicago Christian. At the free throw line, Tim Wolf, 2 points to his credit so far this afternoon. Rebound to Bob Klaus for Chicago Christian. Out to Hiskus, off to Ahrens. Heidbrader stays on Ahrens. Ahrens puts it up, and Rick Leasty comes out with it. A long pass intercepted by Doug Benis, and a foul is called on Billy Heidbrader, for whom the pass was intended, saying that he slid back underneath the defensive man. Ron Felling telling his folks to kind of cool it a little bit.
Yeah, there was really a pass like that in a situation that they're in 8 points up. When you start letting that ball go 3/4 of the length of the court, it's a dangerous pass. No matter dangerous pass, when you got to pass it right, and then you've always got the opportunity that the receiver might fumble it.
Doug Benis at the free throw line has his first point of the afternoon. 22-15, lane violation this time, Chicago Christian, and it wipes out the free throw. 5:40 to play, first half, 22-14, 8-point edge for Lawrenceville in this semifinal contest. Jay Scheidler to Heidbrader. Heidbrader's second shot of the afternoon draws no iron. Chicago Christian will put it in play. Nick Ahrens. Heidbrader comes over to pick him up. It's Ahrens off to Klaus on the rebound. A whistle on the play. And the foul is on Billy Heidbrader, and that is Heidbrader's 3rd personal foul. And the one thing that Ron Felling said yesterday before going into quarterfinal play, that Ed McCauley mentioned, he is scared to death of foul trouble because he just doesn't feel that he is that deep, that he can afford to lose the folks he has on the floor right now.
Bob, you'd have to say with an 8-point lead that this may sound strange, but Lawrenceville is in trouble. They've got three on Heidbrader. They have 3 on Leasty. They have 2 on Jay Scheidler. Tim Wolf doesn't have any. He has 1, but these are things you have to look at as far as the overall game is concerned.
Doug Benis with a follow off the rebound of the missed free throw. 22-17. Chicago Christian down by 5 now.
Those fouls are going to take a lot of their defensive latitude away from them. They can't be as aggressive.
This is Tim Wolf. Taken out by Bob Klaus, who again got inside of Rick Leasty on the rebound position. Bob Howarda has checked in. He replaced Jim DeBrine, who came out. Howarda works against Heidbrader. Off to Klaus. Back to Doug Benis. Rebound out of there to Mike Hiskus. Tries to follow with 1. Whistle on the play. Traveling violation called on Mike Hiskus. Shuffled his feet.
Let's tell you, Hiskus had the right idea. He was close to the basket. He just jumped in, figuring I'm going to get hit by somebody. That's always a good move.
This is Jay Scheidler. Over to Bill Heidbrader. Stan Dickerson. Tim Wolf. There's their man, Rick Leasty. And there's their man, Rick Leasty. That is 17 points, I believe. He is 7 for 10 from the field, Rick Leasty. 17 points in the first half, 24-17. Mark Hiskus again for Chicago Christian. That gives him 6 points on the afternoon. 4 minutes to go in the first half. 24-19, Lawrenceville up. They have not trailed in the ball game. Scheidler to Tim Wolf. And Wolf finds the range. Picks up his 4th point of the afternoon. 26-19, 7-point edge for Lawrenceville. Bob Howarda for Chicago Christian. And the Knights down right now. DeBrine in the ball game. Off to Howarda. Doug Venus. Got his own rebound. Rebound to Stan Dickerson. Off to Tim Wolf. Back to Scheidler. I'm going to cool it down a little bit. Off to Leasty. Back to Scheidler. Scheidler with it. Hydrator. Tim Wolf in the corner. 6 points for Tim Wolf this afternoon. 28-19, Lawrenceville. 3 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the first half. Mark Hiskus up court for Chicago Christian. And he finds the range. Mark Hiskus now has 8 points.
Bob, that's what makes a great team, when you can go to all members. Wolf has really picked them up in the last couple of minutes, hit a couple of them downtown.
Jay Scheidler. Back to Bill Hydrator. 5'9" guard pops it for a pair. His first 2 of the afternoon, 30-21. 9-point edge for Lawrenceville again. Bob Howarda handling on the dribble. Doug Venus. That's his spot. Doug Venus has 4 points on the afternoon. Came in yesterday, hit 3 quick ones from out around there.
What a thrilling basketball game. These kids are really playing.
30-23, Lawrenceville by 7. Bill Hydrator off to Stan Dickerson. Back to Hydrator. Being harassed by Doug Venus. Dickerson underneath the Leasty to Scheidler. Whistle on the shot, and the foul is on Mark Hiskus. Mark Hiskus picks up his 4th personal foul. 1 minute, 56 seconds to play. Jim DeBrine comes out of the ball game, replaced by number 10, Nick Ahrens. Also checking in for Chicago Christian. Jack Luda, who opened the ball game with a starting forward. This is Scheidler, 2-shot violation. Has 3 points now. 31-23. 1 more for Jay Scheidler. 6 feet even, sophomore guard. Has 4 points. 32-23, 9-point edge again for Lawrenceville. Pass intercepted by Scheidler. Off to Hydrator. Saves it. Brings it out, and they'll start it over again. To Tim Wolf. Rebound to Bob Kloss, who went high for Chicago Christian to bring it out of there. Nick Ahrens, the man in control now. Coming down to a minute and a half into Kloss. Kloss is whistled down for traveling as he backed in, turned around, shuffled the feet, got a shot. That is twice this afternoon I can remember that he has missed 2 points on mistakes where the ball went in, but he didn't get the credit. A minute and a half to play. First half, 32-23 Lawrenceville over Chicago Christian. Jay Scheidler off to Bill Hydrator. Hydrator to Scheidler. Back to Hydrator. They lead by 9. Tim Wolf handles to Rick Leasty. He has 19 points with that one that just went through. 19 points for Rick Leasty in this first half with a minute 02 to play. Nick Ahrens, 8 out of 11 for Leasty from the field. Ahrens looks underneath. Goes for Bob Kloss. Kloss goes for the bucket. Rimmed out. Rebound followed by Jeff Taylor. Good. Jeff Taylor has 4 points on the afternoon for Chicago Christian. 34-25. 38 seconds to play in the first half. Bill Hydrator. Off to Rick Leasty. Back out to Hydrator. They want the last shot of this half. 30 seconds to play in the first half. Rick Leasty handling. Back out to Hydrator. In no real big hurry to pressure the defense right now. Scheidler over to Hydrator. Ron Felling, the coach, yelling at him to keep holding it as the time ticks off here in the first half. They lead 34-25. Lawrenceville in the white uniform. Hydrator handling down to 5 seconds. Wolf will pop. Off. Doug Venus with the rebound. Couldn't do anything with it in time, and that's the end of the first half. Lawrenceville.
Cheerleaders. And we have a routine from the cheerleaders, but we decided since we're down to the semifinals, we better have both schools represented. On my right is Dina Jefferson. I say that right?
Right.
Sophomore. Lawrenceville.
Yes.
He comes in Tournament Central. Was in close, but not today. He's been out 15, 20 feet in hitting.
Who do you think contributed a bit to his shooting?
How do you mean by who?
Whom? I've been with Rick for 3 or 4 years.
Ah,
And,
he attended one of your basketball camps, Ed?
Rick has been with us, and I'd say we're really proud of him and many of the other kids. But to see him shoot, and Ron Felling does a great job in teaching that shooting, so it's no surprise to me. He can shoot from everywhere.
Play back in now. This Bob Starr with Ed McCauley. Ray Scott. The tip will be played from out of bounds now as they've misfired.
Bob, do you feel that Lawrenceville is kind of sitting on a time bomb if that foul situation goes against them?
Two of their most important people have three, Leasty and Hydrator. This is Leasty with the ball there. Jay Scheidler trying to go to Leasty again. Jump ball they'll call, but what I was going to say, you know, what does he do in a situation like this where he has to be inside? He's got to be a bit judicious with how aggressive he can afford to be on the board, rebounding, except they need his rebounding in the worst possible way. Tip control finally by Bob Klaas of Chicago Christian. That was Bob Howard, number 20, who passed it back, the blonde-headed boy. Nick Ahrens. Steal is made by Stan Dickerson. Got his shot off anyway. Rebound fought for, tipped off the hands of Rick Leasty, out of bounds. It'll go to Chicago. No, it'll go to Chicago Christian. Into Nick Ahrens. And he dragged the pivot foot. He got jammed by the defensive man who did nothing but stand there. Forced the man off balance, dragged the pivot foot. Scheidler, now to Bill Hydrator. Leasty with 19 points in the first half. Bob Klaas, the big man in the middle, has 7 for Chicago Christian. A whistle on the play, and the foul is called on Bob Howarda. Bob Howarda picks up his 3rd personal foul for Chicago Christian, number 1 in this half on the Knights.
There's a shot of Ron Felling there, and you know we've been talking about Ron Felling, but his opponent on that other bench, Will Slager, is a veteran of 23 years of coaching.
Into Leasty, back to Hydrator. Scheidler, the Hydrator.
Slowing down a little, Bob. They're not moving that ball as fast as they were the first half.
This Scheidler got a hand in his face, threw him off just a little bit. Goes off Chicago Christian. Lawrenceville will put it in play under their own bucket. Hydrator will be the trigger man. Have to give him a little room. And Bob Klaas, 6'8", reaching out at 5'9", Bill Hydrator. That presents a bit of a problem, too, getting it in. Rick Leasty from there. Rebound to Stan Dickerson. Whistle underneath the bucket. Foul is called on Bill Hydrator. That is number 4 on Bill Hydrator. Number 1 in this half on Lawrenceville. And you ask, why is 5'9" Bill Hydrator in underneath the bucket that way? Into Bob Howarda. Back out.
But still, Lawrenceville is playing their aggressive defense.
Mark Hiskus in control. One-on-one with Tim Wolf. Hiskus gets an opening. Bob Klaas cannot find the handle. Finally taken out by Nick Ahrens. Bob Howarda now. That's Jeff Taylor. Tries his luck for 2. 6 points on the afternoon for Jeff Taylor, 34-27. Lawrenceville up by 7 points. Bill Hydrator with 4 personal fouls on him in control of the ball.
But Lawrenceville has not scored. 2 minutes gone by in this 3rd period. They've not scored as yet.
Scheidler to Hydrator. They have Leasty underneath. Scheidler from out. Leasty. Blocked away by Klaas, taken out of the air by Jeff Taylor to Howarda, and now Nick Ahrens will move it up for the Knights of Chicago Christian. 5:47 to play, 3rd period, 34-27 Lawrenceville. Ahrens. They backed off on him, decided to put it up. Got it. 4 points for Nick Ahrens. Chicago Christian within 5. Hydrator to Jay Scheidler. Leasty blocked by Klaus. Got it back. Rebound brought out by Bob Howarda. Off to Nick Ahrens. And as Ed McCauley mentioned, they have not scored in this second half. Ahrens. 2 straight baskets by Ahrens. 6 points by Ahrens. And it's timeout in the third quarter with the score. 5 to go in the third period. Lawrenceville took in a 34-25 halftime lead. They have not scored a point. And Chicago Christian has scored 6 in the second half to move to within 3 points.
We pointed out that Lawrenceville, coming down, attacking this zone, was not moving the ball as crisply. They were holding it a little bit more, and I think their secret in the first half was that they moved it, they got it inside, they bounced it right back outside. See how they're holding? They're looking a little bit more.
Intended for Leasty, and went to Dickerson instead. He forces one up there in spite of pressure put on by Bob Klaus, who picks up his 3rd personal foul, and number 2 in this half on Chicago Christian. They say the shot was not in the process of being taken. Hydrator, the trigger man, to Stan Dickerson. Stan Dickerson, good move. 5 points for Stan Dickerson now, and the first 2 in the second half for Lawrenceville. Bob Howarda gives off to Nick Ahrens. Ahrens facing one-on-one with Bill Hydrator. Jeff DeBrine is in the ball game. He is number 30 in a jump ball between Nick Ahrens and Bill Hydrator.
They came close to setting up a situation. If they would get Klaus and Ahrens working against Hydrator.
Hydrator, an excellent play. A whistle, however, will not go. He cannot come out and field a lost tip.
So I was saying if they would get Hydrator working against Hydrator and Leasty, they'd put a lot of pressure on Lawrenceville, because those are the crucial people. Those are the people with the fouls.
Into Jeff DeBrine. Nick Ahrens. This is Bob Klaus. Bob Klaus with 9 points on the afternoon. 36-33. Lawrenceville by 3. 4:08 to go in the first half, or I should say third period. Hydrator. Scheidler. Bob Klaus on the rebound. That one looked like it was all the way in and came out.
And that's an important basket. Scheidler has not been hitting from out there. If he could hit, he would really play havoc with the zone.
Howarda, the Klaus. Whistle before the shot. Traveling is Vital against Klaus. That's 3 buckets that he has not been able to get because of a violation.
There's Ron Felling, and I must say, as far as the officiating, they're 100% right. You get the ball with both feet on the ground, you take 1-2 steps, you can't do that. Pick up 1 foot, you got to shoot that ball before the other one hits the ground.
Leasty back to Scheidler. Back to Leasty. Tim Wolf. Stan Dickerson on the rebound. And a whistle. Does the basket count? The basket does count. Stan Dickerson picks up his 7th point of the afternoon. And the foul is on Jeff DeBrine.
And tell me about Stan Dickerson, who is just supposed to stand around and pick up garbage. I'll tell you, he's made 3 real good moves. Great moves.
And a 3-point play for Stan Dickerson. 8 points for Dickerson. Nick Ahrens in a hurry. Mark Hiskus to DeBrine. DeBrine hitting. Jim DeBrine. His first 2 of the afternoon, 39-35. Lawrenceville by 4. Hydrator. Looks like a boxer jockeying in and out of there. Off to Rick Leasty. Rebound brought down. Nick Ahrens, 6'2" guard. Ahrens, a senior guard. Jack Muda, a senior forward, who started for Chicago Christian. The other 3 are juniors. Ahrens being harassed by Hydrator. It's a pass intended for Klaus, and it goes off the hands of Bob Klaus. It'll be Lawrenceville.
Leasty is limping. Rick Leasty hit his knee. A lot of times you hit a crazy bone on that. Goes away rapidly, but he's limping.
Jeff Taylor checked back in for Chicago Christian, replacing Jim DeBrine. This is Jay Scheidler again. Rebound to Bob Klaus. He got up above Rick Leasty. 39-35. Chicago Christian down by 4. 2:18 to go in the third period. Ahrens tipped away, got it back underneath the Klaus. Rebound this time to Rick Leasty, who had position that time on Bob Klaus. Jay Scheidler. Hydrator handling. Leasty, 19 points in the first half, nothing in the second half yet. Tim Wolf couldn't go all the way underneath, goes back to Scheidler. Wolf. Rebound to Bob Klaus at the inside position on Stan Dickerson. 39-35. Chicago Christian down by 4. Intended for Klaus. Saved by Jeff Taylor. And Jeff Taylor finds the raise for his 6th point of the afternoon. Draws to within 2. And Stan Dickerson got something in the nose. A 2-point difference in this one. Lawrenceville 39, Chicago Christian 37. Chicago Christian down by 9 at halftime.
The substitution coming in for Lawrenceville, it looks like, for Lawrenceville,
will be Roger Cool. Roger Cool will check in.
And his only action, the only action he has seen thus far, yesterday he came in when Scheidler fouled out, but now they're giving up a little height, 5'2". Dickerson was 5'10". Dickerson was 6'2".
This is Roger Cool back up to Bill Hydrator. Christian staying in that zone, the 2-1-2 over to Roger Cool, intended for Leasty. Almost lost it. Leasty saved. Under to Tim Wolf. Broke free. Good move by Tim Wolf. 8 points for Tim Wolf, 41-37. A minute to play in the third period. Lawrenceville up by 4. Nick Ahrens. Rebound to Jay Scheidler. Whistle on the play, and Bob Klaus now picks up his 4th personal foul of the day for Chicago Christian. Only number 3 on Chicago Christian in this half. Only 1 personal foul on Lawrenceville in this half.
And now really you got the fouls pretty well even out. Klaus has 4.
Leasty has 3. Hydrator has 4.
Hiskus has 4 for Christian. So now the situation has changed a little bit.
Scheidler. Over to Bill Hydrator. Underneath to Rick Leasty. Off to Hydrator. Wolf again. And he is called for traveling. Tried to make his jam step to go in the middle. Getting set to see Stan Dickerson back in the ball game for Lawrenceville. Bob Howard in control on the dribble for Chicago Christian. Bob Klaus is the tournament's leading rebounder. Jeff Taylor. 8 points. 10 points for Jeff Taylor. Hydrator. Off to Rick Leasty. Had 19 in the first half. Can't get any more. Fires one back in. As the horn goes off. Also to go for the 4th and final period of this semifinal game between Lawrenceville and Chicago Christian. 2 points separating these two as they battle to get into the championship game. Bob Klaus, 6'8", standing out at center. And he will jump against Rick Leasty at 6'3" for Lawrenceville. Leasty does not have a point in the second half. He had 19 in the first half. Klaus controls the tip and tips it over to Jeff Taylor for Chicago Christian. Nick Ahrens. And to Klaus. Howard back up to Ahrens. Over to Bob Howard. Back to Nick Ahrens. To Klaus again. Put it down. Tim Wolf got a hand in there. Got a hand on it. Lost it off the hands of Bob Klaus. And it'll be Jay Scheidler and Bill Hydrator who bring it up for Lawrenceville. They lead by 2.
Beautiful play by Wolf. He hit the ball off of Klaus's leg and went out of bounds.
Hydrator. Over to Rick Leasty. Hydrator.
We recall in the first half how we commented how crisply Lawrenceville moved the ball around outside and into that zone. In the second half, very honestly, they are not doing that. They're hesitating a little bit more, and they're waiting. and they're looking. I think they could.
That's Tim Wolf. Tim Wolf with 10 points on the afternoon and a 4-point edge again for Lawrenceville. Mark Hiskus, the man in control for Chicago Christian. Over to Nick Ahrens. Looks for Klaus, couldn't go underneath with it. It's Jeff Taylor. Hiskus to Ahrens. Looks for Klaus, goes instead to Howarda, who goes for the bucket. Whistle on the play. Foul is called on Jeff Taylor. His third personal foul. And number 4 in this half on Chicago Christian. I am incorrect. That is 5. I am incorrect. I failed to list one. So it is now the one and bonus situation as Tim Wolf goes to the line. And Doug Venus, number 44, checks in, replacing Bob Howard at number 20. 10 points for Tim Wolf. One and bonus situation. 6:38 to go in the ball game. Has 11 points now. Lawrenceville up by 5. Rebound to Bob Klaus. 44-39. Lawrenceville. Ottawa Marquette. Quincy Catholic boys in the next semifinal game coming up here this afternoon. Mark Hiskus off to Jeff Taylor. Rebound to Jay Scheidler.
Lawrenceville now is sagging off out front. They're not playing nearly as aggressive, and they're going back into the center trying to help out Rick Leasty.
Hydrator to Scheidler. Tim Wolf in the corner. Klaus on the rebound. And the tournament's leading rebounder continues to do just that. Nick Ahrens. Off to Mark Hiskus. Back to Ahrens. Rebound to Bill Hydrator at 5'9". It came right to him. Jay Scheidler. Rebound again to Bob Klaus. Seven-point edge for Lawrenceville. 2 play. Ahrens for Chicago Christian. Bob Howarda to Bob Klaus. Fought for and taken by Tim Wolf.
Oh, clutch rebound by Wolf. He went 10 feet to get that ball. Clutch rebound.
Hydrator goes one-on-one against Ahrens. Off to Jay Scheidler. They go into their delay game. Minute 50 to play. Leasty handling off to Hydrator. Hydrator being harassed by Bob Howarda. Chicago Christian continues to chase him. The double team doesn't work. Dickerson to Hydrator. Hydrator couldn't go underneath. Thought he had a man open. Back to Dickerson to Hydrator. Down to a minute 30 to play. 50-43. 7-point edge Lawrenceville. To Dickerson. Missed the layup. Scheidler misses. And coming off with it, Bob Howarda. And Ron Felling is a little unhappy that his people went for the bucket, I believe. Nick Ahrens. For Chicago Christian, double dribble the basketball. It's timeout in the fourth quarter with the score. Arms are sweating.
They are. They are.
I would think you were coaching the way you're sitting over there.
I've enjoyed every bit of this, Bob. It's just been a great basketball game.
50-43, Lawrenceville by 7, 1:12 to play. Hydrator will be the trigger man against the press put up. Scheidler comes up with it. In the ball game is Rick Boonstra, number 24, for Chicago Christian. And the foul will go here on Nick Ahrens, and that is Ahrens' first personal foul of the afternoon. At the free throw line will be Jay Scheidler. He has only 6 points on the afternoon. One in bonus. Scheidler now has 7 points. Little relaxation breath. Scheidler hits a couple of clutch free throws, and Wolf makes another strong play. The trigger man, number 12, Mark Hiskus for Chicago Christian. 52-43. Boonstra up to Jim DeBrine. DeBrine, number 30. Gets his own rebound. Gets it again. Klaus cannot get it, and Leasty finally comes out with it for Lawrenceville out to Bill Hydrater. And a foul on the play on Nick Ahrens, picks up his second personal foul. Bill Hydrater will go to the free throw line. Ron Felling talking with Tim Wolf. .52-43, Hydrater's free throw is good. Bill Hydrater has only 3 points in the ball game, but his contribution has been much more than that. Gives him 4, 54-43. Tipped away by Scheidler. Saved by Scheidler. Off to Hydrater. They don't want to go to the bucket. They've been told by Ron Felling, stay away from it. Rick Leasty looking for some help. It's to Stan Dickerson. Scheidler comes inside to take the pass, fouled by Rick Boonstra, who just came in the ball game only moments ago, picks up his first personal foul of the afternoon. Rick Boonstra, B-O-O-N-S-T-R-A. Jay Scheidler back to the free throw line. 8 points on the afternoon for Jay Scheidler. The only underclassman on this Lawrenceville starting 5. He's a sophomore. The other 4 are seniors. 34 seconds remaining in the game. 9 points for Scheidler. 10 now. 56-43. Lawrenceville pressing all the way. Not a real hard press, just harassing. Mark Hiskis off to Nick Ahrens. Klaus on the rebound. The big guy, 6'8", is going to put it back up. No luck. Out of bounds off Chicago Christian. Lawrenceville plays it. 14 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Lawrenceville, 11 of 12 free throws in the fourth period. 56-43. 10 seconds to play. It was very snug up until just moments ago. Hydrater down with 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Hydrater holds. There's the horn. That's the end of the ball game. A final score, Lawrenceville moving into the finals this evening with a 56-43 win over Chicago Christian. Now, here's Ray Scott.
Okay, Bob Starr. Immediate impressions are sometimes very faulty. But offhand, I would have to say that the obvious, of course, the 19-point contribution in the first half by Rick Leasty, the all-around floor play of Bill Hydrater, the really fantastic court know-how of sophomore Jay Scheidler, but above all, the 13-point contribution by Tim Wolf and key rebounds by senior Tim Wolf. Now, here's Easy Ed McCauley in Tournament Central.
Thank you, Ray Scott. We have a number of things planned for you during the period between games this afternoon. We'll have a summary from Bob Starr on the first game. There'll be a special feature on the Illinois High School Association. I'll take you along as I interview